go ahead and call the meeting to order. Has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes from the previous meeting?
I'm going to approve.
Moved by Larry.
Second.
Second by Justin. All in favor? That's it. Agenda. Need permission for clerk to pay insurance at time of billing. Permission for clerk to pay utilities at time of billing. Permission for clerk to pay utility incentives before the 25th of the month. Permission for clerk to pay theater bills when due. Permission for clerk to pay payment service network bills when due. Permission for clerk to pay city attorney bills when due. Permission for clerk to pay the following membership dues. City Attorney Association of Kansas, $35. Kansas Mayors Association, $50. Kansas Association for Court Management, $50. League of Kansas Municipalities, $1,062.47. City Clerks and Municipal Finance Officers Association, $100. Kansas Municipal Judges Association, $25. Moved by Kale.
Second.
Second by Bud. All in favor? Okay. Cody had a sick kid tonight, so he was not able to make it. We have mayor appointments. Oh, I guess he did have a report, didn't he?
He sent over 3 reports, one for October, one for November, and one for December. No explanation on them, but he gave them to us so that we would have them just in case he was going to be able to make it. But I can move him to the next meeting.
Okay, everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, mayor appointments. Is there anything on there that needed to be?
On there, I
Okay.
still have the recycle committee, just so that you guys can motion to
Take it
disband or take it off.
And that's still Dan, right? The recycle still,
Why are we gonna disband that? Or,
because we're taking it.
I'm sorry.
Because we're taking it, we're doing our own, Bird City's doing their own, so we don't need that committee that
Oh,
we had got Bird City, St. Francis, and the county to get a committee.
okay, so now we're just gonna disband that and just do it ourselves then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you don't know anything else from the county side on recycling?
Wasn't Justin going on Washington Street beautification?
Justin was going on Washington Street beautification. The airport commission says need to verify.
I've tried reaching out to Scott Heltman previously to try and find out who to contact or if who's on it, and haven't gotten an answer. So hopefully I will get one from Teresa.
Okay. Anybody see anything else? Do we have a motion to approve the mayor appointments?
So,
Moved by Kale,
second.
second by Justin, all in favor? Okay. Budgeted allocations. We have CCDC of $38,880, Senior Center of $10,000, Options Domestic Violence of $2,500, Western Kansas Child Advocacy Center of $2,500, and Shrine County Food Pantry $2,500
And that's for this coming year?
for 2025. Do we need a motion?
Is it? Okay, also.
Moved by Kale,
Second.
second by Larry, all in favor? Okay. Mobile home park license renewal, 503 South Adams. Dr. Alvin Zimmelman, do I have a motion to approve?
So,
Moved by Kale,
Second.
second by Dara, all in favor? Okay. And then we have the RV park license renewals. Zimmelman's at West Second and Homesteader at South Valley. Moved by Bud,
Second.
second by Larry, all in favor? Okay. Chicken permits, they're all renewals. Austin White, Di Anderson, and Infields. Moved by Kale, second by Justin, all in favor? Alright, then we have trash waiver renewals. 216.5 West Webster, 1009 South Hanger Road, 1470 Road O, 122 North Quincy, and 1045 South Quincy.
And then there was one more.
And then 519 East 4th Street for Marlo Ross, that's a renewal as well. Moved by Kale,
Second.
second by Larry, all in favor? Okay. Building permits,
Any issues, Dan?
The one at 430 East Spencer, they want to redo the curb. There's a drawing in there. What they want to do.
That's the drawing.
Yeah. That's the drawing they gave me. So they're wanting to bring the bump out of it basically, make it flat.
I'll bring the bump out of it.
Yeah.
Well, no.
See where the dotted line is across there? That's what they want to bring the curb up to, or the gutter up to.
What's the other ones like? Around that area, the same?
It's not gonna cause where that's on this,
It's gonna
I mean,
push the
that's
water
gonna-
out toward the street.
yeah, it's gonna move water in a different direction.
Is it gonna cause any problems?
And why do they wanna do it? Just to move
Because
water?
his vehicle hits when he pulls in the driveway.
Oh, okay.
Isn't there a normal form for curbing? Kind of a normal standard?
To a degree, yeah.
This is just for his driveway?
Mhm.
Oh.
Well, no, this would be, like, here's the curb, here'd be the street, here'd be College Street going by, so you're gonna have, where that would channel the water, you're gonna have, you get a heavy rain, it's gonna,
Gonna kind of push
flow
it
of
out
water.
toward the street a little bit. They're gonna have to go way back on each side and dip it on both sides to make it work, in my opinion. But I didn't sign that because the ordinance says the governing body has to approve any curb work.
how much difference will that make in the drainage up there? Say you get a heavy rain.
I don't think you'll see much of that. I think it'll just kind of push out toward the street and then go back once it gets past there.
It would be on the College Street though, so Spencer College
It's Francis
house
O'Leary's
faces
place.
south, but
He's it
his
is.
garage, if it comes out of
Where's
College.
Right by Robert and Debbie.
Oh, that one.
Mhm,
They're on the corner.
there.
Across from
On the
Sonic.
corner?
But his garage is back behind the house.
And that's
so-
where the curb is, but
Mhm,
across
so it would
College
be on
actually.
College, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wow. So like, basically the water running up over the curb now? On
His vehicle scrapes going in, so he's trying to eliminate
yeah.
that dip down. But you don't think it'll cause,
Shouldn't hurt anything.
So if anything, it'll go onto his yard even more.
Other than driveways like this.
Yeah, true.
so it would go further on down
Yeah.
to the neighbors.
Oh. No, I don't think it'll change as far as, they're just gonna do the driveway area, so
Yeah.
it ain't gonna push it onto the neighbors. It should not push it onto the neighbor.
Should be okay if it's just his driveway, not
Yeah, it's not
Well, then-
half the lot.
Yeah.
We'll just have to go a little past each side, you know, like the
go into apron.
kind of curve it up to where the bump is and then curve it back down on the other side.
Anything else with any of the other?
No, all the other ones look good to me.
All hear a motion to approve the
Is
building?
that where he's got the steel plates?
I think he's wanting to do it in front of both garages though, all the way across.
Won't cause any trouble with any drainage going on down the road?
I don't think so, because it should be back. By the time they dip back down, it should be then back toward its curve again.
There's an alley there too.
Yeah.
And he'll be coming back out, because that comes quite a ways out into the road. We've seen it already. So he'll be coming all the way back out to that.
Yeah, it'll have to be the same width. They just want to raise the dip where it dips down. They just want to bring that up
Yeah,
flat.
trying to see what his problem is. You know.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Should be fine. Do you think it's fine? Yeah. I'll move.
Moved by Justin and second by Cale to approve the building permits. All in favor? Terry, you're up.
So I'm here for the library, and I took over as director in June. And did everybody get the information that was sent? And did you have a chance to look it over?
Assuming you mean what we got here, right?
Profit.
Library profit and loss. Yeah.
Yep, I think so.
Does anybody have any questions about the last year's budget and the proposed budget for this next year? I was just gonna make a few comments about the library. And if you'll notice in there, under the technology, it's a higher amount, because I'm going to plan on trying to apply for a grant through the Cheyenne County Community Foundation for new patron computers and front desk computers, and a much needed new laptop for the community room, which gets used a lot. Now, I've tried other avenues on applying for grants to try to get just a laptop for the community room, but no such luck so far. And the library continues to be a very busy place, and we still have the coding club that meets once a month, and there's on average of 12 to 13 children that attend that, and they seem to really learn a lot and have a great time. And Jana Wilhelm is the one that is over that one. And then story time is once a month, and it's averaging 12 to 15 little ones each time, which is great. And Parkinson's exercise group is every Wednesday morning, and that seems to have a really good turnout. And we did have some very nice monetary donations and memorials this past year. We have been able to add quite a few new books to our collection, but books are getting really pricey, so we have to really watch our spending on that. And I just wanted to take the time to say that I appreciate all the support that the library receives from the city, and thank you to the city crew for replacing the lights in the library and for doing such a great job taking care of things for me when the need arises. And I'm sure Dan will tell you that my needs arise every so often when something needs to be taken care of. They are really good about coming down and doing it, and really appreciate all the support that we get at the library. We could always use more money.
Where do you get the computers from? If you're gonna get new computers or.
It will be through, we have Northwest Kansas Library System, which is kind of, I call like our mother.
Yeah.
And we have a IT person that they hired on. They used to have one on staff that he retired, so they ended up hiring Ryan Hopkins out of the Norton area. He has Hopalong IT, and he takes care of all of our technology stuff. And we just had to get a new router and switch box, and he's able to remote into all of our stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he has given me quotes for to replace everything except for my director laptop, and it's between $7,000 and $8,000. So
That's just
we
for
have
3
3
computers?
patron computers, 2 front desk
Oh.
computers, and then the community room laptop, which that one doesn't have to be anything super fancy. It's just, it gets used for
Yeah.
coding and the Parkinson's, and it's super slow. It is really outdated. So I have a quote from him, so I'm going to start working on a grant, and hopefully can get some help with that. We can take some money out of savings to help with the excess of it.
Cool.
Any other questions for Terry? Is that all you had, Terry?
I think so.
Well, we appreciate the job that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
I love it. I did it for 12 years in Manhattan before Larry moved me out here.
Why is it my fault?
So
It's all right.
I really
Always
enjoy
take the blame.
working at Dr. Stewart's and down at the library. They're both
Good.
great jobs. I don't really consider them jobs.
Yeah. Good. Well, we appreciate what you do, so thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. We appreciate the support. Where is that? Do you have?
It's in our archive.
It's what?
It's in our archive room as well.
Okay. I'll just need to.
If you just want to put it right next to that back door.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Previous old business theater employees.
So I don't know if this is a moot point or not. The library board did just approve hiring an applicant that they had. They're crossing their fingers that it'll work out. I don't know if you guys wanted to do an executive session to know who it is.
Or do you need to know who it is? I don't know. So we have the board to.
Right. So, but on the PRN hires, I reached out on the clerk link as directed to. Other cities do have these type of employees. Basically, St. Francis has it too with our volunteer fire department. Basically, it's just they're there, and you just turn on their little code to let them log in whenever you need them. There's nothing against having them for workers' comp or anything. In fact, I actually got a form if we ever wanted to that we are electing to provide coverage for them if we wanted to go that route later on. So it is always an option if you guys so choose.
Okay. High Plains Co-op Transform.
I think the main thing on that was just trying to figure out how we're going to handle it. So the bill on it was like $33,000 and some change,
263.75.
just need to make a decision on, whether the city takes care of all of it, or we think we need some cost share. We don't have any idea how long that transformer's been out there.
30 years.
30 years, you did find out.
Yeah, I found some paperwork in the filing cabinet when Rob Lawson was here. And they put it in like 94.
Wow.
I did reach out to him, see if they paid for it, and he said he couldn't remember at that time. It was too long ago to know. But
High Plains Co-op. Where's that?
It's
Bartlett.
Bartlett, right?
Oh.
Yeah, Bartlett. One that Dan spent all the extra time putting it in. I don't know, I'm curious as to what everybody kind of thinks. We kind of tabled it last meeting. Kind of see what everybody thought, think it over a little bit.
Is it above and beyond what we normally do?
Yeah.
What we supply? Is it 3-phase?
what's that?
Is it 3-phase
Yeah,
there?
that's what they had in there. All we did was replace what they had.
Just, yeah.
It came in a little bit bigger because we had to take whatever we could get. So when I started calling around until we found one.
Yeah.
I don't really know how you guys want to do it. The way it was done previous to JR coming was anytime somebody asked for more power, 3-phase power, built where there was no power, they paid to have it put in.
Right.
And then after that time, it was on us to take care of it. You know, like if it fails or whatever. Now, that being said, when JR was here, we paid for it. All the upgrades and everything. But my opinion is if they want upgrades, they should pay for the upgrades. And then after that time, maybe it is on us to take care of it. But I don't think we can set on a $30,000 transformer for 20 or 30 years, so we need to talk to the people that have them. If they want a spare here, then they need to pay for a spare, just say.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, when it goes out, they may be waiting 3 weeks to 3 months to get power back.
And you got lucky on this one, didn't you?
Well,
As far as getting
we found it fairly quick, but I mean, we called, it was like the 5th or 6th phone call we made to find one that we could have out here in 2 weeks, I think it was, a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Is theirs still functioning okay now?
Theirs?
Yeah.
We put the new one in.
Oh, you guys.
No,
So,
their
yeah,
old
the
one.
other one's loose.
Their old
We
one
had
was
to-
happened when I was
they were
there.
out of power
Yes.
for a couple
Okay.
weeks.
Yeah, they didn't have power out at that north elevator.
Yeah.
They went in on Saturday and Sunday and put it in.
Gotcha.
Right before Christmas.
No,
Yeah.
but we don't know who paid for the original, that one.
I don't. Not 30 years. I haven't found any paperwork on that part of it.
And we would recoup the cost.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll have our profit on the electric. I mean,
But in a
it's-
reasonable time, correct?
yeah, I mean, I ran some numbers fairly quick when all this happened, but the thing is they didn't ask for an upgrade. They literally lost power.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a bigger business, so
Yeah.
they require a bigger transformer.
You know, we're in the business of providing power.
Mm-hmm. And it was there, it
It'd be like-
failed. What we had failed, we
And
had to
like
replace
I
it.
told
It wasn't like
somebody
their
else,
other one wasn't working and they just want bit more,
And it's not like they're not using it, that, yeah.
I kind of use the analogy of my place. If you pulled up the gas pump and the pump didn't work, I didn't ask you to buy the pump to get the gas back out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the same situation we're looking at here.
How
We're
much more
supplying
upgrades
power
since
up
30
to the
years
meter.
ago?
Mm-hmm.
And then now it was after the
Well-
meter, it's there.
Yeah,
That's not really an upgrade per se, is it?
no.
You know how much power they've even used from 30 years ago to now? How they've been putting more stuff into it, more electricity.
That place has always been active.
Mhm.
Was it about 94 and they put that,
That's what I'm thinking. I bet it
Big
was all
bin.
done at the same time.
when they put that metal
big
bin in, was about 94, so.
I think that one that was in there was a 300 or 350, and we went to a 500 and it was actually cheaper than having them build a 350. So, because they have everything sitting there ready to go, they just had to do some conversions on it for us.
Is the city not tax exempt on something like this?
Not on electric.
Not on
No.
electric.
Not on this? Okay.
Because we charge for electricity.
Yeah, I noticed that we had the sales tax on
Yeah.
this, and I didn't know if we were,
Not on electric, no.
Well, what's everybody's thoughts? City responsibility?
Kind of seems that way.
What's your thoughts, Larry?
That's where I'm at nowadays, yeah, now, after thinking about it for a while.
Yeah.
So I agree with what Bud's saying, I mean, it's,
If it was an upgrade, it would be one
Yeah.
thing, but we're just
and that's what,
fixing what we have.
Just like if the water meter went out, it's our responsibility, right? Or theirs?
We
Then
replace,
yeah.
we replace water.
I know it's not, it's an expensive item, but it's
Yeah.
gonna be part of
It's
doing
like a
business.
homeowner had a transformer right there. We don't make them pay for it, do we?
Yeah.
Well, that's, yeah. But like I'm saying on an upgrade, even like a water meter, if someone wants a water meter, then don't have one, we do bill them to put
Sure.
that in.
sure.
Yeah.
So like, I think your upgrades need to be paid for by the customer.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, if they want us to sit on a spare, then they probably need to either help pay for it or pay for it.
Well, yeah, if they want a spare, they can buy it and set it there.
You know, 30 years from now, that one goes bad, we have no warranty on the one sitting in the lot anymore.
Yeah.
This one, we have a 3-year warranty.
Yeah. Which we've talked about that with the hospital. I mean, that would be something you would need power pretty immediate.
But they have a generator too. I mean, I've talked briefly to the hospital board. Some
Jen,
of those-
didn't you say that 3 to 5 years?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty rough estimate, but then you also consider if it sat out there for 30 years and used power for 30 years, so.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're good. Just footing the bill on that one. Okay.
You need a motion?
Should be in the.
No, not for us to actually pay for it, but at the last meeting, the motion that was made was for the invoice subtotal of $30,750. It didn't have the sales tax in it because I didn't have the invoice in front of me. He had the
Sure.
quote. So if we could just get the motion to be the $33,363.75.
Someone,
Moved by Larry, second by Bud, all in favor?
Do we need to have a spare for ourselves?
Well, but they're all there. I mean, to try to find a
Yeah, you don't.
spare.
Like
you'd have
that
to have-
one's specifically 480 volt. A lot of them are 12240 in here, so it's kind of hard to have a spare. I was gonna look sometime and see what their majority is and see
If there's something, yeah.
if there's something we can do that way.
Community service budgeted allocation of $1,000.
This was the final $1,000 on the community service budgeted for 2024 that was still remaining. Council had previously met with Cheyenne Food Pantry in regards to it, but stated, wait until towards the end of the year. It was brought up at the last meeting, no decision was made, so it got pushed to this meeting.
And I don't know that we can make a motion to extend money out of last year's budget, out of
I think so
2024.
now. I think it would have had to been
Done
motioned in
before. Mhm.
2024.
Yeah. Property cleanup. Nothing. Project spending.
We gonna meet for street alley or street stuff
What works for you?
whenever, make it work. Probably not Fridays.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, if we wanna just come 45 minutes, 30 minutes before the meeting to,
Okay.
or whenever, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay. I'll just text you. Maybe we can get together next week, this week. But you said any time would work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Larry had mentioned that he would like to be part of it.
Yeah, just text me if it's gonna be later. I can't do it early, but
Okay,
if you decide to do something later, then I wouldn't mind sitting in.
okay.
You're saying the street determination, which is,
Justin
Okay.
and I are on the street committee.
and Carolyn.
No,
No, that was an error on my part.
Oh, I
The-
thought she said-
The list was so close together, so now
Oh,
I've actually.
spaced them?
Yes.
So,
Okay. The theater, renovation, Quentin Cravens met with the board, on January 6th. And he is looking in, trying to get some contractors. He might oversee the project as a general contractor. Getting some quotes and bids from some other, like the plumbing and the electrical and all of that. And he was kind of giving the board, some ideas and time frames, maybe how long maybe things would work. But once he has everything kind of narrowed down, then the board will come to council and present. But the board just wanted the council to know that things are kind of maybe moving along, so,
good.
that you know.
Anything else on projects for me? If not, street project. Nothing? Visitors, no. Theater report, is that, did you have more to your theater report or?
They're still looking for some people to help hire. They have some potential, so I don't know what they're. She's still working it, and some of the board members have helped when needed. So.
How's attendance been?
Good. Robert kind of did a whole year review, and it looked like overall, the theater did,
Well received.
yeah,
Good.
pretty decent.
They've had
The
decent
movies and stuff,
too, that
were
helped.
good. And it seems like a lot of the kid movies.
Be hard to imagine a community without it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
So yeah, that's what they were hoping. Maybe a new renovation will get more people excited about going to the theater again and that type of thing. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Good.
We'll see.
Do I hear a motion to accept and file the theater report? Moved by Kale,
Okay.
second by Justin, all in favor? Superintendent report?
So, the new John Deere lawnmower, we had a recall on it. Got the ball rolling, they'll get it in as soon as they get the parts. I guess they like to catch fire. So, I do have a contract for Amanda, if you want to sign this. It's for Ward.
Okay.
So, I think most of you know we've kept them here. They're doing a lot of poles that, right now they're doing a lot of poles that we're backing up stuff they've just built, and if they go down, we're gonna lose it all. So, that's what we're working on right now. On our quarterly sewer report, I'm just gonna let you guys know, I don't know if you ever see them or not, but we did fail our BOD by 1 point. So we gave them a reason why, and I think they accepted it. But
What's the reason?
just the warmer weather, and we did a drawdown right before the sample. So we called the guy and told him first, and he wants to pull another sample, but with the holidays coming up like they were, the labs weren't going to be open, so we couldn't pull another sample. So. And we already talked about recycling. We're going to try to get that rolling again in the next few weeks. Now the crosswalk paint, I still know it's out there, but it ain't gonna cure right now if we did paint it, so we're just holding off. And then I have this was sealed, so I left it sealed, but it's a chemical bed for the parks from Co-op. I don't think we asked for sealed, but just in case I left it sealed. So it looks like $5,815.20.
Is that where we normally get our chemical from?
Co-op, yeah. Just like Red Stick.
That's less than last year, isn't it?
I don't know.
Seems like it.
I'm not sure.
It's our only option, yeah?
That's all I got this time, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I hear a motion to approve the chemical bid of $5,815.20?
So moved.
Moved by Dara, second by Kale, all in favor? Okay.
And that'll need executive session for 10 minutes for employee status and application review.
Any questions for Dan? That's it?
Oh, sweeper, good?
Well, what I ran of it has been. Seems to be doing alright.
Okay.
The snow kind of slowed us down on Sweeping Street.
Really? That's weird.
Oh, we could try it.
Snow removal.
See if it comes out like a break.
Yeah.
I hear a motion to accept and file the superintendent report. Moved
Second.
by Kale, second by Larry, all in favor? Okay. Attorney report, Lauren is not here. Treasurer report.
On those allocations, the budgeted allocations, do you guys just want those paid at the first meeting in February? Do you want them to get their money sooner? If you want to get their money sooner, you can just motion to pay those out of cycle, and I can do them the next time I do a batch of checks.
I'll make a motion to pay on the cycle.
Moved by Kale,
Paid.
second by Justin, all in favor? That's it. Okay. Clerk report.
So, I received an email from Darren Booth with Thiel Insurance and Financial Services. Out there on the shared drive is a list of cities and counties that are part of their insurances from Freedom Claims Management. He just wanted me to find out if the city wanted to possibly get other quotes for health insurance. We've been grandfathered into our Blue Cross Blue Shield currently for years, but they work with Blue Cross Blue Shield as well. He just wanted to know if you guys were interested in requoting anything.
Any counties on it?
Yeah, but we've got the good Blue Cross Blue Shield. We're grandfathered in. If we would switch, we wouldn't get the,
I would say we stay where we go.
yeah, I would definitely not.
No, I just saw
Yeah,
Cheyenne County.
yeah, counties with Freedom's Claim. Who was
Okay.
the guy that called you?
His name is Darren Booth. The third Friday memo is out there for you from Options. I'm trying to figure out why this was in my note.
Was that in December?
For the third option, third memo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's for what all they did in December
Okay.
2024. So also out there under on the Google Drive under the clerk folder, I put out there that the IIMC conference is open. Where is it at? It is going to be held May 18th to May 21st. They gave a preliminary program. This one is going to be held in St. Louis, Missouri. I know quite a ways away, but just throwing that out there. It is one of the conferences. They've also opened up for the CCMFOA conference. That is going to be held in March 19th through the 21st, I believe. No decisions need to be made until closer to basically middle of February, because then the registration's closed.
Can you just let us know what those involve,
Yes.
if you would please?
We need to find out if they want us to get Wyatt a membership.
On Wyatt, did you guys, seeing as how we have him labeled as an office assistant, did you guys want him to also have a membership to the CCMFOA? That would be an additional, what, 25?
50, I think.
Okay.
I think it would be good for him because he would see the emails that we see, and we see a lot of information from other clerks of how other people do it. That's just my opinion, and it's only $50.
Yeah, it's probably smart.
Okay.
Keep him in the loop.
One of the other questions that we had is, does the council want him to stay as an office assistant, or do you want him as an assistant clerk? Because if we have him as an assistant clerk, then we have to get him bonded, and if we do that, we normally get, normally everybody's also a notary. So wanted to know what direction you guys would like him to take.
Does he want to step up and do that?
I haven't asked him directly.
I feel like if you make that kind of decision, you need to talk to him about that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and honestly,
Well, we need to see where the training goes too.
yeah, I think he's doing a great job. Anything that we're showing him, I feel like he catches on quickly. The thing is if he's a member of the CCMFOA, he's going to get more knowledge because he can read those emails that come in. He can see what other cities are doing. And I feel like when I started, there were 3 of us in the office, and I feel like we were all, I know he's not assistant city clerk, but we haven't had that position for a long time, but he is still a full-time person in the office. So,
Yeah, I think it would be.
but definitely if you would opt to move him to assistant city clerk, I think you should talk to him first. That would be,
Yeah.
that's my opinion, but.
Well, I think if he's working, is he working with both of you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think we stay with where we're at and
Mm-hmm.
keep exposing him to more stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
So you need a motion for that deal then?
So I would just add it with the consent agenda because we were paying those.
Mm-hmm. We'll just have to, we'll just have him sign up for it, and we'll generate an invoice like we did ours,
Okay.
and we'll just pay it. I think we can pay it in February, and it'll be just fine.
Yeah, because it would be a new one. It would be a new one, so.
Right, yeah.
That is all I have.
Any questions for Leanne? Not to hear a motion to accept and file the clerk report.
So,
Moved by Justin, second by Ken. Second by Bud. He's waving over there.
I'm just over here.
Council comments, Bud? Do you
Yeah.
have anything?
Yeah.
Do you have any comments? Council comments? No? Kale?
I just got one kind of question about our CDs, right? Or what do we have in there, like 200,000-300,000 that we keep moving around?
Currently, we have 425,000 in CDs, split between three. We have one that's 300,000, one that's 100,000, and one that's 25,000. The 300 and the 100,000 over at Western State Bank, they mature in, I want to say, 4 months, and then we can renew them again, either over there or back at F&B, depending on who has the.
Yeah.
And then the $25,000 one, I don't believe it renews again until towards the end of this year.
Yeah. And we pretty much always have these, right? We don't really touch them.
It's a backup.
Okay.
Cushion.
I was wondering if we should look into doing something out of the ordinary, like buying one Bitcoin
A Bitcoin?
and holding on to that. Yeah.
I think we should ask the auditors about that kind of
Yeah.
investment.
Mm-hmm.
Some governments are buying them and investing in them, and I feel like it just seems like it might be a smart thing, just to buy one, if they'll let us. I don't know.
I don't know, I'm still not, myself, I'm not in that.
The Bitcoin, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
let's
not-
check with the
just a
auditors
thought.
and just see if, yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay, Larry?
Alumni set up for June 19th. It's the third weekend in June. Let me make sure I got the date right. It's a good thing I checked. June 21st. And alumni's asked if the city will allow free swimming again. They've done it multiple years in the past. If everybody's okay with that, I'll tell them.
Do
Okay.
what?
Free swimming at the pool on Alumni Day, and then there'll be a band for the alumni event that night, and they're still working on putting all the alumni activities together. But that's what I need to clear up tonight, and I think that's all I've got.
I didn't know if it's an option too, if, like on the icy days, if we aren't scraping the street or something, if we can put some grit at some of those intersections.
This one's bad when I get
We
there.
can, but we had a broken down truck this time.
Oh, okay.
So,
Looks like they started to.
what's that?
Looks like they started to.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
I just
on
didn't know.
trail about this all over the place. But I don't think we'd be able to scrape that up. It wouldn't do any good to try to hit it with the blade, just slide over the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why there wasn't much out there.
Can the city ever do some salt? Or is that
Yeah, our truck wasn't working.
okay?
That's why we didn't.
That's
We
what
had
it-
we had the salt in the truck and ready
Oh,
to go,
okay.
but it was just thrown about this wide. We're still working on what's
Yeah.
going on there.
Gotcha.
Justin didn't have anything. I just need 5 minutes of executive session for non-elected personnel. Dan will go ahead and do yours. He said,
Probably 10. Just
who do you want in here?
everybody. It don't matter.
Don't matter. Do I hear a motion?
I'm going to be going to executive session for 10 minutes, coming out at 8:58 for the purpose of employee status
Application review.
application review.
Moved by Larry, second by Justin. All in favor?
Yep.
Okay, we're out of executive session. No decisions were made.
Need a motion for
To offer the
To offer the
to
position?
two we've discussed, yeah. Moved
Second.
by Larry, second by Kale. All in favor? Okay.
And do we have to motion for the bump out?
Got the motion for the one to go full-time and the other one to bump up the two salaries.
Yeah, we just can't mention
No.
the name, yeah. Do we have a motion to, move one full-time and do the
Raise their
Raise.
salaries. Yeah.
second employee.
Second.
Moved by Justin, second by Gail. No, I can't motion. That's what it's like.
Oh,
That's right. All right, all in favor? And then, do we hear a motion to go into executive session for non-elected personnel for 5 minutes to resume at 8:05 with just the council and myself?
Move.
Moved by Justin,
Second.
second by Larry.
Larry.
7.5 minutes. Okay, we're out of executive session, no decisions were made. Do I hear a motion to go back in for 7 minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Second by Gail. All in favor? Okay. We're out of executive session, no decisions were made. We have the bills on ordinance number 1094.
That's still, Justin, it seems like it's easier.
Oh,
Paper.
It is.
to try to find something.
It really is.
Yeah, it is so much easier. I'm like,
It's a lot quicker.
Guess I'm just old school.
yeah. So much easier. Any questions on the checks? Anything we need to discuss?
I didn't see you.
Move to approve.
Moved by Kale, second by Dara. All in favor? Alrighty. Motion to adjourn. Larry?